Here we have the wing of the RC Bazaar Skysurfer V4. Again, this is the kit form. So the servos or the foam strip or the wires, nothing is installed. So I'm just going to show you. In the wing kit, you need a carbon fiber SPAR and you need 2 wing halves here, and there is also few plastic pieces. If you see, it says wing, and there are the foam piece. Okay, now what you need to do first is, I'm just going to show you, just for your information, how a finished wing would look like. This is how a finished wing would look like, and this is how unfinished wing is going to be. So if you see here, there is a servo installed, the wire is routed all the way here, and it is coming out of here, of course with the extinction, and the foam piece is on top. Now how do we do that? Okay, I'm just going to keep this aside for now. Take this foam piece here, and with a very nice sharp blade, what I want you to do is, I want you to cut this very carefully. Yeah, you can throw these out. Now take one of the wing, and if you see here, there are a few plastic pieces. This is where the spars are going to be held. So let me just open this and start working on. So what do we have here? We have 2 plastic pieces. We have 2 bolts and 2 nuts. Now let's start with the plastic pieces. If you see one end, or the one side of the plastic piece, there's a nut shaped plastic mold, and the other side is just round. So wherever you see a nut shaped, right? So basically take the nut and squeeze it in here. It goes in, and the nut should go all the way in, For this, what I would recommend you to do it is, apply some little bit of epoxy down here or cyano, and then put the nut. Yeah, so it goes in all the way inside. If you see, it just doesn't stay flush. It should go all the way in. Okay, and allow the glue to dry. Now next, the nut side should go to the bottom. Okay, so there are 2 pieces. If you see these grooves here, this is how it sits. Okay, similar with the other side of the wing. The nut is already put, it's pushed inside, and it is glued here. So if you see both now, go a little back and show both. If you see both is in the same orientation. Now what will this do actually? The carbon fiber spar goes in all the way into this. And the other wing also, it goes all the way into this. Now how does this work? Now I'll show you how does this work. Now once you have glued this, take the foam. If you see, both are not same. If you see, the holes do not match. So the thicker side of the foam should come towards the root of the wing. Okay, not towards the wingtip, but to the center. So basically this is how it goes in. You see this? Now before that you need to install a servo. Now this will take a 9 grams servo, just like this. You can use the Avionics AV9A servo or any 9 gram servos of your choice. So just also please note the orientation of the servo. If you look closely, the servo shaft is towards the leading edge, not towards the aileron or not towards the trailing edge side. Okay, it's towards the leading edge side. So you need to keep your servo towards the leading edge side here and route the wire in such a way that it will come all the way here in this groove. The wire should come in this groove only. Now here you'll have to add a 12-inch extension. This is where the 12-inch extension is jetting out. The extension will come in somewhere here and the extension pops out. After you do that, what I would recommend is take some glue and put generous amount of glue here, and not to put here. Okay, and do not put glue here, this part, because this part is where the carbon fiber tube sits. You don't want to stick this. Even if there's a dried epoxy here, the carbon fiber rod will not ease in easily. So what I would recommend you to do is take Vaseline, okay, and exactly at this groove, this is the, not the first groove, the second groove, exactly here, I would want you to smear Vaseline all the way here, only in between the grooves, not on top, only in between. I want you to smear Vaseline all the way here till here. Okay, so once that is done, what I would want to do is put an epoxy here and glue this piece permanently with the servos installed and the wires already jutting out. Now this is how your whole foam sheet is going to be on the wing. Now this need not be in flush with the wing, it has to stop here. So please don't do the mistake of installing this like this and you will not have the servo holes, the lock holes matching. So after you have done this, all you have to do is, I'll show it to you once with the finished wing part, so it will be easier for me to explain. Now this is how the finished wing is going to look like after you have installed the servos and both the wires jetting out. Now I'm going to show you how the carbon fiber tube, if you see there's a slot for the carbon fiber tube to go in here. Now you will see the carbon fiber jetting out a little bit from this gap. Okay, it should just make sure that it sits flush here. Okay, then after that tighten these screws. So that's where this screws goes inside the plastic piece and tightens to the nut. This is what happens. So basically you are putting that's why you should have this nut fully inside and not outside, protruding out. And while you're tightening this, it basically squeezes the carbon fiber tube into the place and holds it firmly and doesn't allow it to come out, if you see. Okay, so that is what is with the wing. Similarly with the other side of the wing, you do that, you install your 9 gram servo, route your wires all the way outside, apply a little bit of Vaseline over here at the grooves where the carbon fiber tube will have to slide in, and take this piece, as this is here, take this piece and stick it. Please note the hole of this foam strip should match with the hole or the screw or the bolt in the wing. This is how it should be matched. If you see this, see there's a hole, and this hole should match the plastic piece, and now you see the whole length of the wing. Now you see the whole length of the wing. Okay, see here the whole length of the wing. And this is how it should be glued permanently. But again, make sure that you do not put glue or anywhere where the carbon fiber tube slides in. And after you have done that, I will just show you how easy it is to install on the wing. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's go ahead and tighten this one side of the let's tighten one side of the wing screw. Now guys, if the nut is not gone fully inside, as I had mentioned, this bolt will keep slipping. So just make sure that your nut inside is fully gone in, otherwise it will not engage that bolt. Okay, so after I've tightened this, take a fuselage, putting one side, and route the wires inside the middle portion, and this will come all the way to the front, just like your motor wires. Okay, now take the other side, oops, I forgot the wire. Put it in the middle and just squeeze it all the way, and just make sure that the carbon fiber tube is gone inside this and is almost coming out here. Now if you see, you will have to work it a little where it will go in easily, and you will have to guide the carbon fiber tube exactly to the plastic piece. Unless you don't do that, it will not match. And once you fully put it inside, I'll show you how it should look. This is how it should go in fully in. This is how it should go fully in, both sides. Now you see the wing will not come out. I'm trying to pull out, but the wing will not come out because I've tightened these bolts here, which is holding the carbon fiber tube strongly. So earlier we used to put some tape and do all those things just to make sure the wings don't come out. But now with this technology, I think that's sorted out, and you're good with the wings not coming out from the fuselage at all. So that takes care of the wing assembly, I guess.